California.
Welcome to another episode of What the Heg.
We're here camping in the beautiful location of Carlsbad, right along the beach, so that's probably all the background noise you're hearing, but don't worry, it's good background noise. We are on our second build phase sponsored by Wifey Al. We decided to redo our whole interior. So the last videos you saw were completely gutting our interior, pulling our electrical system and starting over. So this time around, the Red Vision is installed, the Manager 30 is installed, the Rogue is installed, and then we got our inverter done.
This was actually a great opportunity for us to test out the Starlink system with the new battery setup, and also to kind of see how the new system coincided with our current satellite setup, and also the solar panels we currently have in the truck as well.
Solar panel, we do have the original install, which is 2 Flex Plus Explore 115 panels.
So now currently the RedArc system we have now is the Manager 30 system setup, which is paired with the TVMS Rogue and also with the Red Vision screen as well. And it's also paired with the 2,000 watt inverter system also.
So we just added the inverter 2,000 watt, and that's because we have a few appliances that we plug in. As you guys have seen in the past, we have our air fryer, we have our rice cooker, we have the Nespresso machine, we have Starlink, but Starlink is converted to 12 volt
Correct.
DC power. So that one actually doesn't count for the inverter. But we are going to be adding in our cooking devices, which will be the electric cooktop, the stock Voltonic, and we're going to try that out and see how it does with the system.
We also have a new cooking system coming very soon, which we are excited about, and it should be coming in the next few weeks. So stay tuned and we will show you that as well.
Electric is allowing us to explore a few new items, and we're partnering up with a few brands to see how it works out. But speaking of partnering up with brands, we started the build with 2 100 amp hour Battleborn batteries. We knew for sure 200 is kind of the minimum, but we've also decided to partner up with another company to see how 300 amp hour of power is going to do for us. And that is coming soon. We're in the test phases right now, and we'll see where we end up with that.
Yes, so stay tuned and we'll show you a little bit of setup that we got, and as always, like and subscribe our videos.
So the awesome part about working with Al, sponsored by Wifey, is the interior build itself. I know he is the RedArc guru. He does all the setups for a lot of our friends' builds, but the interior is kind of where we're the most excited about. This is round 2, and the first time around was kind of, this is what we have, this is what we want to fit in there. Second time around, we got a little smarter and said we need space for our feet and bodies to be in here first, but then we also needed some good organization. So if you look at the cabinets and what's going on, we decided to go with a side-to-side setup versus a L shape, or I could say ours was a J shape last time.
J shape, yeah.
And then we moved the fridge to the back seat inside the cab of the car, so it's now out of the way. And then we stuck with Al's sliding doors, but we went with a black plexi, which is nice and shiny. And then we went with a bamboo top.
The great thing about working with Sponsored by Wifey, not only is he our really good friend, but he takes an unorthodox approach to your build setup. It's not just what, the normal standard for everybody. What was important to us is that we have something that fits our lifestyle, and also, myself being 6'6", I require a lot of room. So we talked to Al, and he made us exactly what we wanted.
So in the build process, we kept the same frame setup, but the materials we went with were a little different. I personally have always wanted a bamboo top, so this time we explored bamboo top options, and this is the one we came up with. It turns out that this material is a lot stronger than I thought. So far it's been very malleable and easy to fit, and we've learned kind of where we can have things and what we can put on them and not put on them. So with the flooring, we went with a different material. We went with a marine grade plastic. I know a lot of people are doing wood base with a waterproof texture over the top to kind of keep the water from getting to it. But we learned that, water is going to get in here. It is going to get a little dirty. But the marine grade materials is kind of where we're focusing, so that's what we used for the flooring. As for the panels themselves, we weren't really picking colors on this one. I thought about just going all white with some bamboo top, but ultimately, Brandon, when we were talking about it, we decided to do the black top, the black panels. Yep. And the black panels, I went and bought a material, again, that's a little more water friendly, and we went with plexiglass on this one. And the top, of course, bamboo, which is very friendly to water resistance. It has a finish on top of it. So it too, all the materials that we decided to choose for this time around are for the purpose of being used in this outdoor atmosphere.
Correct.
So for the interior, we've only done half this time, and we're going to do the other side when we go back for stage 3 to finish that portion up. Al is very easy to work with. Luckily, we live close by, so we can keep going in and cycle through for phases and make decisions along the way. But honestly, we really respect this guy and what he's able to do and listen to what we're doing and what we want. And the build's coming out gorgeous so far.
Yeah, kind of to piggyback on top of that, what's great about doing this in stages is that we're able to take the truck out and see how we like a certain section of it and then come back with feedback. And then, obviously build the second part of the interior the way we like it or not like it, just depends.
And if we want to add things later on, Al is going to be our guy to do it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.